Welcome to a journey through Albania's most haunted places, where history and the supernatural intertwine in ways that send shivers down your spine. From ancient castles to forgotten villages, join us as we explore the chilling legends and eerie phenomena that haunt this beautiful yet mysterious land. First, Rosaa Castle, Shkodra. Perched high on a rocky hill overlooking the city of Shkodra, Rosaa Castle is a place where history and horror intertwine. According to legend, during the construction of the castle, the walls would mysteriously crumble each night, defying all efforts to complete it. A chilling solution was proposed: to bury a living woman within the fortress walls as a sacrifice to appease the spirits. The unlucky victim was Rosaa, the young wife of one of the builders. She accepted her fate on one condition: that a hole be left in the wall so she could nurse her newborn son even in death. To this day, visitors swear they can feel her sorrowful presence and hear whispers in the wind. Some claim to see a spectral figure cradling a baby, walking along the ancient walls under the moonlight. Rosaa Castle is more than a historical site. It's a gateway to a haunting tale of love, sacrifice, and eternal lament. Second, Krua Castle. In the heart of Albania lies Krua Castle, a fortress steeped in both history and ghostly whispers. As the stronghold of the national hero Skanderbeg, it was a symbol of resistance against the Ottoman Empire. But behind its towering stone walls lurks a darker tale. Legends speak of restless spirits roaming the castle grounds, warriors who fell in bloody battles but refused to leave their posts. On foggy nights, visitors report hearing the clinking of armor and the faint echo of battle cries carried on the wind. Some have claimed to see shadowy figures patrolling the ramparts, their eyes glowing faintly in the darkness. The most chilling accounts tell of a spectral knight who appears at the castle gates, his face hidden behind a ghostly helm, silently watching those who dare to tread too close. Krua Castle is not just a relic of Albania's past. It is a place where the echoes of its fierce history refuse to fade. Third, Jaster Castle. Standing like a sentinel over the city of stone, Jaster Castle is a place where time seems frozen and shadows hold secrets. Its dark corridors and massive stone walls have witnessed centuries of bloodshed, betrayal, and sorrow. Local legends say the castle is cursed, haunted by the souls of prisoners who met cruel fates within its dungeons. On quiet nights, some claim to hear the faint clatter of chains echoing through the halls, as if the tortured spirits are still trapped, reliving their agony. The most chilling tale involves the ghost of a young woman said to wander the grounds in a tattered white dress. Her mournful cries pierce the stillness, and those who see her say she vanishes into thin air when approached. With its eerie atmosphere and tragic history, Jaster Castle is not just a monument of Albania's heritage. It is a place where the past whispers and the dead refuse to rest. Fourth, Ali Pasha's Castle, Butrint. Hidden among the ruins of Butrint lies Ali Pasha's Castle, a fortress shrouded in mystery and dread. Built by the infamous ruler Ali Pasha of Tepelena, it was said to be a place of ruthless power and dark secrets. The castle's walls seem to breathe with the weight of its bloody history, and locals whisper that the ghost of Ali Pasha himself roams the grounds, searching for vengeance. Visitors report hearing unexplainable footsteps echoing in the empty halls and seeing flickering lights that vanish as suddenly as they appear. Some even speak of a shadowy figure standing silently at the windows, watching anyone who dares to approach. The waters surrounding the castle are no less eerie. Fishermen have claimed to see ghostly ripples, as if unseen hands are disturbing the surface. Ali Pasha's castle is more than an abandoned relic. It is a living, breathing legend where the line between history and the supernatural blurs. Fifth, Barat Castle. High above the city of Barat, where the ancient streets wind like veins of forgotten time, stands Barat Castle, a fortress that seems alive with secrets. Known as the Castle of 1,000 Windows, its beauty hides a darker, more sinister presence. The castle's long history is steeped in blood, betrayal, and tragedy. Locals tell of a spectral woman who roams the castle grounds, her face pale as moonlight, her eyes hollow with sorrow. She is said to be the spirit of a betrayed lover, her cries of anguish carried on the wind that whips through the ancient walls. On stormy nights, visitors report the unsettling sensation of being watched, footsteps echoing behind them, though no one is there. Some even speak of ghostly apparitions appearing in the windows, their faint, flickering forms staring out into the night. Barat Castle is more than a historical treasure. It is a realm where the line between the living and the dead blurs, and the past refuses to fade into silence. 6. Vora Cold War Tunnel. Beneath the bustling streets of Vora lies a Cold War relic that few dare to enter, the Vora Cold War Tunnel. Built as a secret shelter during a time of paranoia and mistrust, the tunnel now stands abandoned, its dimly lit passageways steeped in silence and dread. Visitors who venture inside often describe an overwhelming sense of unease, as if unseen eyes are watching their every move. Strange noises echo through the darkness, soft whispers, the tapping of footsteps, and even the chilling sound of a door creaking open when no one is near. Some claim to have seen fleeting shadows darting just beyond the reach of their flashlights, while others speak of cold, ghostly hands brushing against them in the narrow halls. The air feels heavy, charged with the weight of forgotten fears and unspoken secrets. The Vora Cold War Tunnel is more than a reminder of Albania's turbulent past. It is a labyrinth where the spirits of paranoia and isolation still linger. 7th Bunkers of Albania. Scattered across Albania like concrete ghosts, the abandoned bunkers hold more than the echoes of a paranoid past. Built during the communist era as fortifications against an unseen enemy, these structures now stand silent and decaying but not empty. Locals speak of strange occurrences in the dead of night, whispers emanating from the cold, dark interiors, and fleeting shadows that seem to dance along the walls. Some who venture inside claim to feel an oppressive presence, as if unseen eyes are watching from every corner. The most chilling tales tell of a figure dressed in tattered military garb, emerging from the darkness only to vanish into thin air. Others have heard the faint sounds of marching boots growing louder before fading into silence. These bunkers are not just relics of Albania's history. They are tombs of forgotten fears, haunted by the spirits of those who may never have left. 8. Sazan Island. Off the coast of Albania lies Sazan Island, a desolate and mysterious place once used as a military base during the Cold War. Now abandoned, the island has gained a reputation as a ghostly wasteland. Crumbling bunkers and decaying barracks are shrouded in an eerie silence, broken only by the whispers of the wind. Visitors report strange occurrences, shadows moving in empty buildings, disembodied voices calling from the darkness, and an oppressive sense of being watched. Some claim to have seen figures in military uniforms, their faces obscured, silently patrolling the island, as if still guarding its secrets. The most chilling tales speak of ghostly lights flickering in the distance, drawing unsuspecting explorers deeper into the island's labyrinth of ruins. Sazan Island is more than a forgotten relic of war. It is a haunting reminder of isolation, where the echoes of the past refuse to fade into oblivion. 9. The Pyramid of Tana. In the heart of Albania's capital stands the Pyramid of Tana, a decaying monument that seems to defy time and logic. Once a grand tribute to the communist leader Enver Hoxha, it now looms like a forgotten relic, casting long, eerie shadows over the city. Locals speak of an unsettling energy that surrounds the structure, as if the walls themselves are alive with memories of the past. Visitors report hearing faint, disembodied whispers in the corridors, as though the voices of those who lived under the regime are crying out from beyond the grave. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures climbing the pyramid at night, only to disappear into the darkness. The air inside feels heavy, almost suffocating, as if the building holds the weight of secrets it refuses to release. The Pyramid of Tana is not just a crumbling piece of history, it is a haunting reminder of a turbulent era where the past lingers, refusing to be silenced. Tenth, Lazarat Village. Once a thriving, infamous hub in Albania, Lazarat Village now lies eerily silent, its streets overgrown and its buildings crumbling under the weight of abandonment. But the silence is far from peaceful. Locals whisper that Lazarat is haunted by the spirits of its turbulent past. On moonless nights, strange lights are said to flicker in the empty houses, and shadowy figures can be seen moving through the deserted streets. Visitors brave enough to approach have reported hearing faint murmurs, cries, and even sinister laughter echoing through the night air. Some claim that the ghosts of those who once ruled the village wander the ruins, forever tied to the secrets they took to their graves. Others feel an unshakable sense of dread, as if the village itself is alive, watching, waiting. Lazarat is more than an abandoned place. It is a ghost town where the echoes of its dark history refuse to rest, and where those who enter may never forget the chilling sense of being unwelcome. 11. The House of Leaves, Tirana. In the heart of Tirana stands the notorious House of Leaves, a building with a dark and unsettling past. Once the headquarters of Albania's secret police, the building is a labyrinth of eerie rooms and shadowy corners, where secrets were kept and lives destroyed. It is said that the spirits of those who were tortured and disappeared within its walls still haunt the place. Visitors to the House of Leaves often report feeling an inexplicable chill, as if the air itself is thick with the memories of fear and oppression. Whispers seem to echo from the shadows, and strange, fleeting shapes are seen out of the corner of one's eye. The most chilling accounts tell of a cold hand brushing against one's skin, a breath on the neck when no one is there. The House of Leaves is more than a museum. It is a portal to Albania's painful past, where the ghosts of history still linger, waiting to be heard. 12th, Butrint National Park. Deep within the ruins of Butrint National Park lies an ancient, eerie place where the boundaries between the living and the dead blur. Once a thriving city, Butrint now stands as a ghostly reminder of a bygone era. The crumbling walls, ancient temples, and forgotten statues hold the weight of countless souls, and the air feels heavy with their presence. Locals speak of strange phenomena, the sound of footsteps following visitors through the ruins only to turn and find no one behind them. Some claim to see figures dressed in ancient robes, their faces obscured, walking through the site as though trapped in an eternal procession. The most chilling stories involve the eerie whispering voices that rise from the ruins, as if the spirits of the past are calling out, begging to be heard. Butrint is not just an archaeological site. It is a place where the ghosts of history never left, and where the living are reminded of the price of time and forgotten sins. (13) Leri Castle, Saranda. Perched on a hill overlooking the coastal city of Saranda, Leri Castle is a place that feels frozen in time, its ancient stone walls telling stories of battles long past. Locals speak of a lingering darkness within its crumbling ramparts, a place where the spirits of warriors who died defending the fortress still roam. The castle, once a strategic military stronghold, now stands abandoned, yet some say the echoes of its bloody past never truly left. Visitors report hearing footsteps following them through the quiet halls, the faint sounds of armor scraping against stone, as if ghostly soldiers still walk the fortress grounds. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures standing in the windows, their eyes glowing faintly in the moonlight, watching silently. As night falls, an overwhelming feeling of dread descends upon the castle, like an ancient presence that refuses to let go of the past. Leri Castle is not merely a relic of history. It is a haunted monument to war and loss, where the spirits of those who fought still linger in the shadows. "14. The Lead Mosque, Shkodra. In the heart of Shkodra stands the Lead Mosque, a structure that carries the weight of both history and mystery. With its weathered exterior and dimly lit interior, it is a place where the past refuses to fade. The mosque's history is shrouded in tales of dark rituals and unspeakable acts. Locals speak of ghostly figures that drift between the ancient pillars, their whispers barely audible, but chilling nonetheless. On quiet nights, the faint sound of chanting can be heard, although no one is there to utter a prayer. Some say the spirits of those who once sought solace within its walls now linger, trapped by the sins of the past. The most unsettling stories speak of a shadowy figure who appears at the mosque's entrance, watching all who approach with an unblinking gaze. The Lead Mosque is more than a place of worship. It is a haunted relic where the living are forever haunted by the ghosts of a forgotten past. 15. Dody Mountain, Tirana. High above the city of Tirana lies Dody Mountain, a place where the veil between the living and the dead seems impossibly thin. Known for its breathtaking views and dense forests, Dody also hides a darker side, one filled with eerie legends and ghostly apparitions. Locals tell stories of lost travelers who wandered into the mountain's thick woods, only to vanish without a trace. The air here is thick with a strange, oppressive stillness, and those who venture too deep into the forest often report hearing whispers, soft, unintelligible voices that seem to come from nowhere. On moonless nights, shadowy figures are said to roam the mountain paths, appearing out of the mist only to disappear when approached. Some claim to have seen a ghostly woman in white, her face obscured by a veil, silently watching those who dare cross her path. Dody Mountain is not just a natural wonder. It is a haunting place where the past and present collide, and the spirits of the mountain remain forever restless. Thank you for joining us on this eerie adventure through Albania's most haunted locations. If you dare to visit these sites, remember, not all spirits rest easily, and some stories are far from over. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more spine-tingling tales from the world's most mysterious places.